Today, I'm going to be talking about how Plants vs. Brainrots failed as a game altogether. Now, to start off with this video, make sure you like and subscribe because I post daily videos up until December 25th because then I'm going on vacation. But yeah, how did Plants vs. Brainrots fail? Well, it all started when Jando and some other people on his team made the game. Now, when they made this game, they were expecting it to get at least 1 million people a day. But that didn't quite happen. Because of it having little to no publicity, and the publicity that it did have only lasted a few months, it only got a maximum amount of, 1 million players a day, but that only lasted for a month when the game was new, and it was the Cops update. Plants vs. Cops or something, I don't know. But around that time I was playing and I was like, dang, this game sounds pretty fun. But it kind of just copied updates every single time, which is something that Jando has done through most of his games. The one I talked about yesterday being Grow a Garden, and how they copied updates almost every day, and how the game got really repetitive and started introducing more pay-to-win features. Now, when the game first started, there was fresh updates and most people liked it, and it was averaging around 600k people per day. But that didn't last for very long, because 2 months later, it went all the way down to 200k people in a day. Now, some people might say that that's because, school is in, but that's just not true. Because even on the weekends, it stayed at that steady 200k per day momentum. And that was mainly because of the updates. Now, around this time, it was the Halloween update. And, the Halloween update was just like any other update. Kill Brainrots that had a certain mutation on it, and you'd get points. You get those points into things that you can gamble for, once again, 1% items that are exclusive only to the luckiest. And this made many people mad because they spent hours on end grinding the game and couldn't even get it. Like hours a day. Multiple. Which I believe made most people leave. My bad. And when most people left, it kind of just kept on creeping down, with the Christmas update being quite literally the exact same, because you had to build a bridge to build the bridge, you didn't spend money, you didn't give powerful Brainrots, no. You had to kill Brainrots, once again with a certain mutation to get snowballs. You use the snowballs to build the bridge, and most of the time, you'd have to wait an hour just to fill up the bridge, which was crazy. And the rewards aren't even that good for the skilled players, like me. Most of the time, they won't even fit in our garden or in our Brainrot section, which kind of made it not worthwhile, and people just played the admin abuse to get better stuff. And if you take a look at the leaderboard, you can see that this has not changed just a little bit for the past few months. Same with playtime, like 95 days, that was like that a couple days ago. And finally, Brainrots defeated just 2 months ago. It was at 52 mil. A month, they got only a few mil. That's because most people aren't playing the game and they're switching to games like Rivals, Plants vs. Brainrots, or getting off Roblox altogether. And because of this, we are at what we are now. Now, Plants vs. Brainrots is still kind of a new game. It's still fresh. We're only on to season 2. And it's only been out for a few months. So there is still hope for the game. But that's up for the players and that's up for Jando. If it keeps going in the direction that it is, Plants vs. Brainrots is just going to be another dead game. So Jendo, if you're listening to this, you have to add new fresh updates, less pay to win, and better for the whole community, not just the noobs. Because there are less noobs and more pros than ever. Actually, most of the time when I get into a lobby, I see people who, well, have completely better stuff than me, and I've been playing since the start of the game, which is kind of crazy. Also, every few days, there's a new plant in stock, which usually costs around $20. This time it's not. And there's a Christmas pack. And for 10 Christmas Lucky Blocks, which by the way, to get the top 1% thing, you'd have to get 100 just for it to be guaranteed. But you get 10 for $20. That's $100 just for a 1%, which may not even be good. And as you can see, there are many types of this, even 2x server luck, like Steal a Brainrot, and potions that do relatively nothing. Also, there's VIP extra space and so much more, which is why the game is mostly pay to win, because they make the Galactic Lily and everything before that extremely overpowered and made it to where if you don't buy it, then you're not going to have the best stuff. Also, you have to grind the game just to get potions, which can make your plants have better mutations and do more damage, or bigger overall. Now, these potions are extremely overpowered, but also, most of the time, locked by a paywall. And, for the Christmas Advent Calendar, you see that all the days that I've missed, those are because I've been at school. And it's been really hard for me to log on. And that's been the same way for most other people. Besides, grown adults. But most grown adults that are YouTubers don't really play the game. Instead, they're focused on big games like Steal a Brainrot, not the small games like Plants vs. Brainrots. So, with most people shifting more towards 99 Nights and Steal a Brainrot, I don't think this game has much hope unless Jandel makes some good changes. We need fresh new updates, and he's not just giving it to us. Also, you have to sacrifice 5 plants, not even for a good XP bottle. This, it fuses them and adds the medium. And this just sucks. So with most of the features in the game not good overall, it really just leads to the fact that the game is dying. And at the current moment, it's only got 100 current concurrent players. Now, right when I'm online. So yeah, if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you like and subscribe, and comment down below what video you'd like to see next. But yeah, have a good day.